हरिः ओं
Music.
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वार्ताय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ददामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Om Namo Venkatesaya. Pranams to everybody. Yesterday what we saw was all the major Maharathas in the Pandava side started blowing their conches, and it reverberated the whole earth and the sky, and then completely dismantled the hearts of these sons of Dhritarashtra. So let's move on to sloka number 20.
अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा दार्धराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्रे शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्युम्य पाण्डवः.
So thereafter, Atha means thereafter, Vyavasthitan Drishtva, the Dhritarashtra, that means all these people who have been positioned, the sons of Dhritarashtra, led by Duryodhana, that is Arjuna sees the positions of all these various Dhritarashtra sons in the battlefield. Having seen that, the Kapidvajaha, Kapi means monkey, that means this Hanuman. Hanumadvaja means we call the flag. The flag of this Arjuna's chariot contained Kapidvaja, that is the Anjaneya Murti, Hanumanji, because in those days what they used to do is each one had their own flags, symbolizing that means each Maharatha will fight with a Maharatha. Today we have this army generals, you've got this 3-star, 4-star and all those things. Like that, these people used to have this Dvaja, that means the flags on the chariots to indicate who the person inside that chariot is. So Kapidvaja. So Arjuna had this, Anjaneya has his Dvaja, Kapidvaja. Pravritte, that is Shastra Sampat, that means he was ready to engage. That means Shastra Sampat, that means he was ready to start the battle. So he was holding on to his Dhanus. He has kept it bow. He kept the bow and also was ready to shoot the arrows, starting the battle. Dhanuhu, that he is holding the bow. Uddam, taking out the bow as well as these arrows. Pandavaha, the Arjuna. Rishikesham, again we saw in the previous sloka also, Bhagavan is referred to as Rishikesha. Rishikesha, as I told you, is the controller of the sense organs. So Bhagavan is the person who was leading all these Pancha Pandavas. So the 5 Pandavas represent the 5 sense organs. The sense organs is being controlled by the mind, which is the Bhagavan himself. Therefore he was leading the battle, directing all these people, and therefore he is addressed as Rishikesha. So that means Rishikesha, that means he started Vakyam, Idam Tada, Vakyam Idam Abravi, Mahipate. That means he started telling these words. So on seeing this various Dhritarashtra, that is the Duryodhana sons positioned in this battlefield, the Arjuna who had this Anjaneya as his flag from the chariot, and therefore he was ready to start the battle. He was keeping his bow and arrows ready. At that time he started telling Krishna the following words. What did he say? So let's see the next sloka.
ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते अर्जुन उवाच सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापयमेच्युत.
So Rishikesham tada vakyam idamaha mahipate. That means this Rishikesham, as I told you, this he started telling these words to Krishna. What did he say? Senayoho ubayoho madhye ratam stapaya me achyuta. Beautiful. He is using this word achyuta here. Already we saw the name of Krishna being addressed as Madhava, then Rishikesha. Now is being the word being used is Achyuta. Interesting. In the Sandhya, the Acharana Mantra, we start with Achyuta, Ananta, Govinda. Then we have the Dwadasa Aksharam, that is Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Hari, Madhusudana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, Rishikesha, Padmanabha, Damodara. These are the 12 Dwadasa Namas we say. So all these Dwadasa Namas are coming here. So first we say Achyuta, Ananta. What does Achyuta mean? Achyuta means falling off. So that means completely falling off. Achyuta means one who doesn't fall off. That means Bhagavan ever remains in his inner state of inner bliss. So that is what he never, that is one meaning. Other meaning is also Achyuta means not only he doesn't fall from his position, whenever any of his devotees falls from their positions, he revives them back into their positions. So that's a beautiful word that Achyuta is being used, because if you look at this Bhagavad Gita, the first word that the Arjuna addresses Krishna is Achyuta. Similarly, he addresses in different names, in many names. You can go, when we go through the Bhagavad Gita, we'll come to that. Finally, the last name also he addresses is also Achyuta. Interesting. So he says, Nashto Moha Smritir Labda Tvatprasadat Mayachi. That is the last word that Arjuna addresses Krishna. Krishna is, again is addressing as Achyuta, because Arjuna was about to fall from his position of following the path of Dharma, and Bhagavan revived him back into this path of Dharma. That's why the word Achyuta becomes relevant in this context. So he is addressing him as Achyuta, one who doesn't fall off from his position. That is called as Achyuta. Oh Achyuta. Senayoho Ubayoho Madhya. Ubaya means the two warring factions. So Ubayoho Senayo, that means between the Madhya means in the middle. So in the middle of these warring factions, Ratham me Ratham, that means my Ratham, that means my chariot, Sthapaya, you please place this chariot. So he's saying, oh Achyuta, place my chariot in the middle of the warring factions. Again, interestingly, you find the word me, that means he still got this ego, or mama, that means my Ratha. He could have simply said, lead this Radha into that one, but then he was so much, egoistic or mamakaram, that he said, me Ratham, that means my Ratham, place it, in between the warring factions. That is the verse this is the first word, the Bhagavad Gita, that Arjuna addresses Krishna. So, Senayor Bhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapi Me Achyuta. So, let's move on to the next sloka.
Yavadevan niricheham yoddukaman avasthitan kairmaya saha yoddavyam asmindrana samudyame.
So, Yavat means as long as Yetan, this Niriksha may look upon, as long as these people are looking upon me, Aham Yodhu Kamam. So I want to see who are all the people who want to fight. Avasthitan, that means they are all the people who want to fight on the side of Kaihi, whom? Maya. So he's saying, please place my chariot in the middle of this warring armies. I want to see who are all the people who are interested in this, very keen to fight this battle, and I want to see all of them who are all on the side of the Kauravas. That's what he's trying to say. So let's see the next sloka.
Yotsyamānāna vecheham yayetetra samāgataha dardrarashtrasya durbuddhehe yuddhe priyachikirshavaha.
Yotsamanan, that means who are all the people those who will be willing to fight. Avakshe, that means I want to see them, let me see them. Aham, I want to see them. Yaha ye atra samagataha, all these people who are assembled over here. Dardra Rashtrasya Durbuddhehe Yuddhehe Priyachikar. That is Dardrashtra, that is Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhana, Durbuddhehe, that means who has got this evil mind, who are on the side of the evil-minded Duryodhana. Yuddhehe, they want to be on the side of, we want to please this Duryodhana, who want to fight this battle out. So I want to place this chariot in front of these warring factions. I want to see on the other side who are all wanting to fight this battle for pleasing the Duryodhana, who has got this evil-minded. So that is the words that Arjuna is saying. So he's saying, getting ready to fight this battle, getting all his arrows and then bows ready to fight the battle. He's now asking Krishna, please place the chariot, my chariot, in the middle of these warring factions. I want to see who are all the people on the side of Duryodhana who are very keen to fight this battle out. Please, for pleasing the evil-minded the Duryodhana. That's what I wanted to see. So that's what he's saying. Okay, next sloka.
Sanjaya uvacha eva mukto rishikesho gudakeshena bharata senayorubhayor madhye sthapayitva ratottamam.
So Sanjaya Vacha, again Sanjay is saying, because the previous one was all these things are being said, Arjuna Vacha. So now it is Sanjaya Vacha back. Sanjaya is saying, what is he saying? Eva Muktaha. So having said this, the Arjuna said, Rishikesha, again Bhagavan's being talked about the Rishikesha, controller of the sense organs, Rishikesha, Gudakeshena Bharata. So Gudakeshi means Arjuna. Gudaka means sleep. Isha means one who has got control over the sleep. Arjuna was so concentrated and he was so very intellectual person. When he wanted to do anything, he can get over the sleep also. He can gain control over the sleep also. So he can be so much concentrated, he can forget about the sleep also. So he has got control over his sleep also. Gudakesha. Other meaning of sleep is also tamasa guna. So that means Arjuna is more rajasic. Rajasic people are type of people who are very active. They want to do a lot of things and all those things. They're restless. They want to do a lot of actions. Those people will never sleep. If you've got something to do, even you will forget about the sleep also. You'll be always thinking about this. So like that, Arjuna is a more rajasic kind of a person. So he has gained control over the tamasic tendencies, which is the sleeping tendency. Rishi Gudakeshena Bharata. That means he's addressing this The Dhritarashtra is Bharata. He came in the lineage of the Bharata, and therefore is called as Bharata. Senayoho ubayoho madhye. So as advised by Arjuna, Sena, because he is the charioteer, so he has to obey the instructions of the master of the chariot, which is the Arjuna. He says Senayoho ubayoho madhye. As I said, in the middle of these two warring factions, Ratham Uttamam Stapayitva. So having, he has placed this, this chariot in between, in the middle of this, the warring factions. That's what it is. So, as instructions given by the Arjuna, Sanjaya says, having said that, then Rishikesha, the Krishna Paramatma, along with the Arjuna, he took this Ratha and placed it in between the warring factions. So let's look at the last sloka for today, sloka number 25.
Bhishmadrona pramukatas sarvesham cha mahishchitam uvacha partha pashyaitan samavetan kuruniti.
Bhishma Drona Pramukutaha, that means the warring faction which was led by Bhishma and Drona, Sarvesham cha Mahichitam. So along with all other the kings of these various places, so having placed this, in front of all these things, so he has placed this chariot in the middle of the warring factions. So in front of all this Bhishma, Drona, all the other kings who are on the side of Kauravas, Uvacha, that means Bhagavan Krishna said, what did he say? Partha, O Prathasan, that means Kunti Putra, Pashya Etan Samavetan Kuruniti. So this is the only 4 words Krishna says in the entire chapter 1. The entire chapter 1, Krishna's words is only these 4 words. What does he say? Pashya Etan Samavetan Kuruniti. This is how he said. What did he say? Pashya, see. So that when Arjuna, I placed the Ratha. So Pashya, please see. What is it? Etan. All this Samavetan, all these people have assembled. Kurun. That means all this on the people on the Kaurava side. So that means he placed the chariot in between the warring factions. And therefore he tells Arjuna, in front of all this Drona, everybody is there. So he tells Arjuna, saying that, "Oh Arjuna, please see all these Kauravas people who have come on the side of on the Duryodhana. Please see all of them." That's what he says. These are the only 4 words Krishna says in the entire chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita. So then only the whole the Bhagavad Gita unfolds. All along, which is only introduction. Only after seeing all these things, let us see how Arjuna breaks down completely demoralized. That's how the entire, from now onwards to the 46th sloka, all these things is only lamenting of Arjuna, saying that he is completely broken down and he doesn't want to fight this battle. So let's see from tomorrow. Om Namo Venkatesaya. Vasudeva Vasutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatum. Krishna 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 Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanam.